Apparently, Republicans in the Senate are struggling a bit right now to raise money for their Senate races this year. You know, it's been an interesting dichotomy, honestly. We've seen poll after poll after poll, Republicans boasting, saying we're taking back the House in a red wave, and sure, most of the polls, not all of them anymore, but most of them still show Republicans taking back the House. But the Senate, which is currently at a 50-50 split, nobody's really talked about that much, right? And as I've mentioned, I was mentioning this a year ago, Republicans have more seats up and more seats open than the Democrats do, so it's unlikely, statistically speaking, that Republicans would even be able to take back the Senate, let alone grow their majorities. And because they have more people up and more open seats, those races are far more expensive. And according to Rick Scott, the chair of the National Republican Senatorial Committee, the fundraising arm of the Senate Republicans, they're low on cash. In fact, as Rick Scott told a crowd this past weekend, according to CNN's Chris Cillizza, they're very low on cash, worrisome low on cash. And as Cillizza points out, here's why it's so troubling for these Republicans, especially in those races with the seats they thought, of course, they'd be able to take back. Here it is. In Georgia, Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock raised $17.2 million between April 1st and June 30th, ending the period with more than $22.2 million in the bank. By contrast, Republican Herschel Walker had just $6.8 million on hand. In Arizona, Democratic Senator Mark Kelly raised nearly $13.6 million during the second quarter and ended June with roughly $25 million in the bank. Republicans remain mired in a divisive and costly primary that won't conclude until next month. In Pennsylvania, Democratic nominee John Fetterman raised nearly $11 million over the 3-month period, doubling what celebrity Dr. Mehmet Oz, the Republican nominee, brought in. Even in Ohio, a GOP-leaning state, Democrat Tim Ryan outraised Republican J.D. Vance by a 9-1 margin from April through the end of June. Pennsylvania and Ohio are two open seats that were held by Republicans. Democrats are outraising their opponents in those races by a lot. 2-1 for Fetterman, 9-1 for Tim Ryan. Statistically, the person with the most money wins the race. Not always, but statistically, that happens like more than 90% of the time. And of course, the current polls do in fact reflect that. Fetterman has a 9-point lead over Mehmet Oz, according to the recent polls. Tim Ryan, the polls are a little different. All of them show him ahead, though, and he's anywhere between a 10-point lead and a 3-point lead. Either way, those are two seats Republicans were hoping like hell to hang on to. And now, because of their money problems, they might not even be able to do that. And Herschel Walker, of course, continues to tank his own prospects because he lies more than he breathes at this point. So I would say that people like Rick Scott, who's out there, of course, begging for money right now, they have reason to be worried. Yeah, Republicans probably going to take back the House. Again, some polls right now actually showing that may not happen, but I don't want to get optimistic because we usually get let down when that happens. But that Senate, not only do I believe right now, based on current data, which could change, but if you ask me right now, will Republicans take back the Senate? The answer is not only no, it's no, and I think they're going to lose at least a couple of seats in the process. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.